Welcome to InfoInspired. A GitHub profile tells a story without using words. That familiar grid of green squares instantly reveals consistency, gaps, and momentum across an entire year. In this video, we'll recreate that exact experience in Google Sheets by building a GitHub-style activity heat map with correct Sunday-based weeks, dynamic month labels, and a clean, GitHub-accurate layout. Let's build it step by step. A GitHub activity heat map is a calendar-based visualization where color intensity represents activity. Here's the version we'll create in Google Sheets. Weeks run horizontally across the year. Days of the week run vertically, from Sunday to Saturday. Each square represents one calendar day. Darker greens indicate higher activity, while lighter shades show little or no activity. This format makes patterns, streaks, and habits immediately visible. Before we touch any formulas, it's important to understand GitHub's calendar logic. GitHub weeks always start on Sunday. If January 1st is not a Sunday, the calendar begins from the last Sunday of the previous year. Month labels appear only above full weeks. If a month starts midweek, its label shifts forward to the next complete week. We'll replicate all of this logic in Google Sheets, so the result behaves exactly like GitHub. Let's start by preparing the raw data. You'll need two columns, one for the date and one for the value you want to track: study hours, workouts, sales, or commits. In this example, the data starts on January 1st, 2026 and ends on December 31st, 2026. Enter January 1st, 2026 in cell A2 and January 2nd in cell A3. Select both cells and drag them down until row 366 to generate the full year. In column B, enter 0 for all rows initially. We'll fill this data later. Next, check the weekday of January 1st. You can double-click cell A2 and look at the calendar pop-up. It's a Thursday. Since GitHub weeks start on Sunday, insert 4 rows above and add dates starting from December 28th, 2025. Enter 0 in the value column for those dates as well. Now enter your actual data. For example, study hours, starting from January the 1st onward. If there's no activity on a particular day, simply leave that cell empty. Next, we convert the daily data into a 7x54 grid. GitHub's heat map uses 7 rows, one for each day of the week, and up to 54 columns for weeks. Using a wrapping formula, daily values are reshaped into weekly columns. Enter this formula in cell E2. The date values exist only from rows 2 to 370. However, WRAPCOLS references rows 2 to 373 to pad the range and produce 54 complete weeks. The wrapping is done on the numeric study hours column, not the date column. This structure ensures proper week alignment across the entire year. Now let's format the grid. Each cell should be a perfect square to match GitHub's layout. Resize columns E through BF to a width of 18 pixels. Then set the row height for rows 2 through 8 to 18 pixels as well. This ensures every day is represented consistently and cleanly. With the structure in place, we apply GitHub-style heat map colors. Select the grid range and open conditional formatting, then choose color scale. Set the minimum value to a light gray. This represents no activity. Set the midpoint to percentile, then use a soft green for moderate activity. Use a deep green for high activity. To complete the look, add thick white borders around each cell. Finally, hide the numbers by applying a custom number format using 3 semicolons. At this point, the heat map itself is complete. Now comes the most challenging part: month labels. GitHub does not space month names evenly. Labels appear only above full weeks. If a month starts on a Sunday, the label appears directly above that column. If it starts midweek, the label shifts forward. This subtle behavior is what keeps GitHub's heat map readable, and it's where most implementations go wrong. In this setup, we use a dynamic array formula to generate those labels automatically. If you're watching on YouTube, check the description below for a link to the blog post that contains the full formula. Behind the scenes, the date sequence is wrapped into the same weekly grid. Month start dates are detected, labels are shifted when needed, and duplicates are automatically avoided. And that's it. You now have a fully dynamic GitHub-style activity heat map in Google Sheets, with accurate week alignment, GitHub correct month labels, and automatic year scaling. Change the year, update your data, and the entire heat map recalculates instantly. Thanks for watching.